You're a clap backer. Like, you clap back paying us time.
Yes. I am.
I hate you.
Mortified. I'm a little longer.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Take that part out of it.
What's up, friends? This is new, okay? So
You gotta say "What's up, friend" again, because literally I was just sticking my tongue out. You don't want that in there.
What's up, friends? Welcome to another episode of That Mom Vibe podcast. We are currently in the car right now because we're going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to do things a little bit different. It's hard to always like be in our studio space because it's like the setup and the kids are there and there's no kids. Well, the baby's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
Look, and he literally fell asleep like the second I got in the car. So I feel like this could be a thing. This could be like the nap time chat.
I like that.
I like it.
That was good.
You know why? You know why? Because I'm not stressed out about like the baby downstairs doing whatever he's doing. He's locked and loaded and we can be in the car and go get coffee. We're gonna go get coffee. Okay. I'm gonna get a chestnut latte real quick so we can chat because what are we talking about today? Order our drinks first. But we're going to talk about our engagement stories because we just learned that we both got engaged on Christmas Eve. Can we do a melon burst venti, please? Actually, make that two of them.
Twinning or twinning.
Thank you. Are you paying this time?
Yes. I am.
I hate you.
I am.
Why are we like this?
I'm pretty sure it was my turn anyway. Pretty sure.
While we wait for we're not getting coffee. While we wait for our energy drinks. A few weeks ago, we were talking and, you know, we've only been friends for a little bit over a year. So we're still like learning things about each other. And I told her that I got engaged on Christmas Eve and she was like, stop. So did I. And then I said, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it on the podcast. So I don't know her story. She doesn't know my story. So we're about to talk about it.
All right.
I'm excited to hear this.
Too. That was kind of
like,
weird.
Yeah.
The way we were looking at each other like, wait a minute.
We're like, no, let's not talk about it. But you know what's also funny? It's like her and I have a lot of similarities. We were born only 2 weeks apart. You know, we have a lot of the same interests. So to learn that we actually got engaged both on Christmas Eve was kind of exciting.
That was kind of
okay,
weird.
so tell me everything.
Okay.
Do you know how long he had been planning it for? Do you know that?
No.
Okay.
I do not. And I did not know he was planning it. And I had no clue. But like mentally, I was just in a different space. I wasn't
did you
in a space
think
where
it was coming?
No, because I wasn't even thinking about marriage.
Oh, sorry. No one ever really plays with cards. So he's like, you don't have the app?
Would you guys like
No.
Yes, please.
I haven't broken down and got
Thank you.
The,
You need to get the
Starbucks
app.
app. Yeah.
You need to get the app because that's how I get all my free cups.
That's what yours.
Which I'm totally a hydro jug person now. But go ahead, tell me the story.
No clue.
You didn't.
But I was also in a space that I didn't think I wanted to get married. You know what I mean?
How long? How far into the relationship?
We were like 5 years.
Thank you. Ooh, these are new ice.
Yes, we got the pimple ice for
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much. Well, they coming up in the world. They got new ice. Cheers.
Cheers to my friend.
They got Chick-fil-A ice. Well,
That's
kind
a
of.
good one.
They look like little pellets.
This is
little-
the one you open it up after you're done, just chew on it. It's
Mhm.
fun. I did that the whole pregnancy. Anyways, yes, so I had no clue. Like, I had zero idea what was going on. My family didn't say anything.
Your family knew?
Yeah, like my mom knew. He spoke to my mom.
Okay.
And they were even going over like what type of ring to get me. I'm not the type of girl that would care about like the type of ring you got me or anything. Whatever you got me, I was like okay with it. So he actually spoke to my mom about it, and they went over it, and they came up with.
Really?
So we lived in New Jersey at the time, and then we went home to visit family in Pennsylvania. And we got there. If you know anything about me, I'm like a huge family person. I just love to be around my little cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, everyone. So we're just having a really good time. And then out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna head back." And I was like, tight.
Wait. Where were you?
We were in Pennsylvania. At my mom's
head
house.
back like
to
home.
Jersey. where we lived.
Okay. What the heck?
Yeah, and I was like mad. Really upset. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, we're just gonna go back home. I figured, spend some time here. I want to wake up in the house tomorrow. And I was like,
Okay, so you
upset.
had planned to have Christmas
with
there.
my family. Like, yeah, like you go. I figured we were just gonna spend
Why
the
didn't you
night.
just do it
'Cause it was like
there?
2 hours away.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he's kind of like I don't want to say shy, but he is kind of like a private person.
Yeah, he's a little reserved.
Yeah, so
is my man, so, you know.
He wouldn't have wanted to do it in front of everyone, but... So I was upset, and I was, like, giving a lot of pushback. And my mom was like, Mija, it's okay. Stop being mean. Go home. I'm like, are you kidding me? We just drove, like, 2 hours to get here.
Oh, she knew.
And now we're going to drive back home?
She knew.
So we drove all the way back, and then we actually ended up... Well, we went home. We got dressed. He was like, let's just go out tonight. You know, we didn't have little Joey at the time. My stepson was the only kid that we had at the time. He was home with his mom. So we went home, got dressed up, all cute. And
you probably must have thought that was weird.
I did.
Flying home on Christmas Eve?
No, we drove home because it was in Pennsylvania. So we drove 2 hours
that's right.
there and then drove back. But
that's not that bad then.
No, but it was snowing and stuff. I mean, it was a nice night. It was snowing.
Yeah.
And we got all suited and booted. And then we gave each other our gifts. Like, he was like, you want to give each other, you know, our gifts early. We gave each other our gifts. Like, oh, thank you. Merry Christmas, all the good stuff, right? So we went out. And he actually took me to where we first met. We met in Philly for the first time.
Oh, Joey!
Yeah, we met in Philly at Night Out Club in Old City. He's driving. And it was such a beautiful night that I'm actually just looking out of the window, kind of just watching the snowfall, and just, he's driving like in the area that we met. And he was like, you know, he's like, it's so crazy how long we're together. It had been like 5 or 6 years by that point. He's like, you know, I just love you so much. I can't see my life without you. You know,
this is while you're driving.
This is while he's driving, because he's driving and I'm just looking out the window. And I was like, I know it has been a long time. You know, I'm not thinking anything at all. And he's like, you know, you've been good to my kids, because he has 2 sons
right
outside of this marriage. And he's like, you've been really good to my kids. You know, they love you. He's like, yeah, I can't see my life without you. He's like, I just wanted to know if you would give me. He was like, are you sure you don't have any more gifts for me for Christmas? And myself, I'm sitting here like, another gift? Because we had just given each other gifts before we left.
He said, are you sure you don't have anything?
He said, are you sure you don't have one more gift for me? And I'm like, but I didn't even look at him when he said it. I'm just like, what? I'm like, no, sorry. I gave you all the gifts that I had.
Wait, why did he ask that question?
Okay, that's exactly what I thought, right? So he says that, and I'm like, no, it's so weird.
I love how you're like acting it out. She's currently looking, if you're just watching the audio, she's currently looking out the window, like acting it out. Okay.
Yeah, so then I look.
This is good. This is good.
He asked me again. He's like, I would like one more gift. And I'm still so confused.
He's so slick.
But I'm so not, like, I don't know, just simplistic thinking.
I love how we were both really confused.
Yeah,
okay,
I
go
was
ahead.
extremely confused. And here I am, you know, getting all the neck snap and going like, oh, you want another gift? I already gave you all the gifts you were going to get, right? So, and then he says, I'd really like another gift. So I turn around, whip my head around like, and he's holding the ring in the moonlight, like it's like in the center of the car, because we were literally parked like.
Oh, he parked now.
He parked at this point, and there was like a street light. You know, there were street lights where we were, but the moon was like.
But you're both sitting in the car.
We're both sitting in the car, and he's got the ring
like this,
right in the center,
or like this,
like right in the center of the right underneath the rearview mirror. So I totally
and the moon just happened
it.
To be shining on it.
Girl, it was like a movie. So I looked past it initially, and I'm like, what else do you want? And he was like, I want to know if you'll spend the rest of your life with me.
Oh my God, Joey!
And it all hit me at the same time, and I'm like, what the hell? Mind you,
this is so cute.
It is cute, and I literally cried because, it's kind of hard to get me to cry.
I know, you're such a hard butt.
I started crying because it was like, I had no idea. Like, I had no expectations to get married. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was still in college. You know, I was just like, you know, just living my regular life. No thoughts of marriage or anything. And I was like, oh my God. You know, so I'm here, I'm crying. He's like, well, like, whoa.
Was he nervous?
He was nervous.
You could tell.
He was nervous. And I was like, oh my God. And
that's like the biggest question in a man's life.
I know.
Because he's never asked anyone else, right?
No.
Right? Like, this is his one and only wife. So for a man, can you imagine that, like,
I could imagine it would be, especially with someone like me, because like you said,
because you're a hard butt,
like that hard exterior.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're
and you're a clap backer. Like you clap back.
I'm like, another gift, really? You for real? So now here I'm crying, and he's like, I'm like, where did this come from?
That's me. I'm like,
know?
What? Like, when did you buy it? Like, when did you know? Like, I'm that. Did you ask all those questions? What did
I
he
did
say?
afterwards, and he said that he had spoken to my mom like maybe 6 months earlier to get her blessing. Yeah, and then he had been ring shopping. He actually went with a friend to California, and he bought it in California to his friend's jeweler, and that's where he bought. So he had been sitting on it for a while, and I wasn't sure if he intended on doing it on Christmas Eve, but that's when it came out, But it was such a nice engagement.
I need to ask him all these questions.
I know. I feel like
we should corner them.
An emotion that
we need to have them on and ask them these questions.
He'd be like, no thanks.
Yeah, I know. Ed too. Oh my God, I love that story.
So it was so cute because I feel like I just had no idea, but he was like literally going through our relationship over the last 5-6 years, and he's talking about it and how happy he is, and
it was so like intentional.
Yeah, and I was just like, huh? Which honestly, if he'd have done like the down on one knee thing, I'd be like, "Can you please like not like great?" Because I'm just like an uncomfortable person with things like emotions.
I feel like because knowing you and knowing him, I feel like he did that because you are such a hard butt, and you might have like taken it as like, "Are you kidding me? Like, are you really doing this right now?" He didn't want that reaction, so I think him leading up to it was his way of like letting you know he's serious and letting you kind of like sink it in.
You're probably right, because I probably would have started laughing halfway through. Yeah. Like, shut up. You're like, but even taking me from my family's house, he knew I was like really close to everyone.
Well, he wanted to do it in private.
He did, which I respect, because I wouldn't have wanted it done in front of everyone either.
Well, it's not about them. It's about you two, like
afterwards, then I felt bad. I was like, I'm acting like such a jerk, right? You're doing the most important thing in your life to this day, right? And I'm like, I don't want to go back home. I want to stay here with my family, But my mom was like, Adelaide, you need to go home. But she already knew, obviously. I didn't.
Yeah. I wonder why he picked Christmas Eve.
I have no idea.
I wonder why my husband picked Christmas Eve. Like, I don't remember asking him. Now I got to go home and ask him all this stuff.
I don't remember why. I'd never asked him.
Okay, this is our homework. You're going to ask him why Christmas Eve, and I'm going to ask Ed, and we're going to report back in the next episode.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Now it's your turn. Please tell me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
Okay, so mine is different. Christmas Eve dinner at my mom's house. Yes, we had an apartment in Fremont, and my mom lived like an hour and a half away at where I grew up. So it was just like a regular Christmas Eve. No kids. We were 24 and 26 years old. We got together in 2002, and he proposed in 2007 on Christmas Eve at my mom's house, where I grew up. And it was just like my sisters, I don't think my brother was there. For some reason, he wasn't there. So it was just my sister's boyfriend, and then his family. So it was just kind of like a small, intimate Christmas Eve dinner. And I remember getting there a couple hours before Christmas, and for some reason, I changed clothes. I don't know why. I borrowed something of my sister's because I think it was dressier than I thought it was going to be. So I remember borrowing something from my sister. I remember changing clothes and then coming out and then him acting like weird. So he was very like affectionate. And my husband, he's not really an affectionate, emotional guy at all. Like
I've seen him be affectionate
in moments. Yeah. When we were like drinking at like his birthday
and stuff. Yeah.
So the way he was acting there was exactly how he was acting in that moment. Like very like when I would walk by, he'd touch me, like very like touchy-feely kind of like affection, but which is not normally like him. It's like a special occasion kind of thing. Yeah.
She's like, I know something's up.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I thought it was just like weird that he was being so affectionate, right? I don't know. We have dinner, right? We eat dinner like normal. My mom's going to get the pie. And I remember he started sweating. Like, I don't know where he just started sweating.
And we noticed everything.
We noticed everything. And I was just like, you're going to laugh, okay? Because I was like, do you have to like take a, you know what? Like, I'm gonna say, do you have to take a shit? You know, hopefully I might have to beep that. But because it was weird because he was sweating.
Oh my God.
And he was laughing at me. He was like, no, no, no. And he got to make a napkin. And he was like wiping his head. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, you're sweating. And he's like, no, no, no. He was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. He was just patting his forehead because he was laughing at me because I was like asking him. Now I know why. It was so funny, you know?
Yeah.
But I was just like, I remember thinking like, what the heck is wrong with him? Like, why is he sweating so much?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. And then like my mom was serving the pie, saw them exchange a look. And then he like disappeared for a minute. And I was like, where are you going? You know? And he was like, I'll be right back. So he went downstairs to my mom's bedroom with her. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Came back with like a wine box or something, like a small wine bottle box. And I was like, what is going on? You know, and he sat down and then we were eating and I don't remember his exact words, but he said something about we've been together for a long time. It was quick. It was very short. We've been together for a long time. And he was sitting right next to me. Like we were both sitting in chairs. So he's like, we've been together for a long time. And I wanted to know if you would be my wife. It was a very sweet and short thing, but everyone was like staring at the table, you know? And then he did, I remember he like slid his chair out and he did get on one knee and then he like opened it up and then he gave me, and then he opened the box and there was a ring and in shock. It happened very quickly. It happened very quickly. I didn't see it coming. I was already like miscombobulated or whatever because he was like sweating. So I was like, is he not feeling well? And then all of a sudden he got on one knee and he boxed and he showed me. Oh my God, yes. But Twilight Zone. I wasn't processing. Why did I say yes so quick?
How were you guys together by that point? What else?
Almost
were you
7 years.
Right. What else were you?
But
gonna
I
say?
didn't have a chance to think about it or process it. It just seemed natural, and I just said yes without thinking about it. Did you think about it?
Well, I was crying at first. And no, I didn't really think about it.
I
didn't think
teared
like,
up
is this something
after.
I want to do or not? No, it was obviously a
right.
yes from
You
the
don't
moment he asked.
Exactly. You don't think about it. You don't process
No,
it. It just
yeah.
kind of happens. So God, yes. Weird Twilight Zone. Like you're not really there, and that's what I felt when he engaged me.
So everybody knew, obviously.
So no, I think just my mom knew.
Okay. See,
I don't know if my stepdad knew. My sister didn't know. Because I remember her like clapping. Oh my gosh, yes! You know, and they were like, that's so sweet and everything. And then I put the ring on and then I just hugged him.
Yeah.
I remember hugging him right away.
I
And
hugged him in the car.
we started tearing a little bit and we hugged. And then we had pie and then we left. And I remember I was very, very happy. You know,
Yeah.
obviously I was very happy. And I drilled him like, oh, how long did you know? Like, why this, why that? But I don't think I really asked him like, why did you pick Christmas Eve?
I definitely didn't ask that question.
So
either.
I want to ask that now.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
To ask, right?
And just so you know, it's 2024 now. So this was like, what, 16 years later or something crazy like that?
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years later. But so we've been married for like 15 years, coming up 15 years. We got married in 2009.
We will be married 12 years.
What year did you get married?
May of 2012.
12. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
so we got
2013. Because Gianni was 11 months old.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was 2013.
So you guys were engaged for a little bit.
Yes, because I told him that I wanted to wait till I finished college.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And he waited.
And we got married like almost 2 years later. And we had a big wedding. We had a big wedding, like a tropical style wedding on like an estate. We had over 200 people, I think 225 people. We had a big wedding. I would not have done it if I had a chance to go back.
See, I graduated in 2011. So I'm pretty sure, and I think I was 27 years old when we got engaged.
I got married at 26. I have been waiting forever to hear your story.
I know.
And so I'm glad we filmed it because like I want to know your guys' stories. Like anybody who's watching, how did your man or woman or whatever propose to you? Leave in the comments, tell us your stories. And like especially if they're like really good or really like, you know,
Interesting, funny.
interesting. Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Were any of you scared, happy? I mean, I was just surprised.
I was surprised too, but I wish I would have like lingered it more. Been like, well, just kidding, just kidding.
I wish I would have mortified him a little longer. I'm not
Right?
really sure. Let me
Like,
think
are you sure
about
you're
it.
ready for this?
Start filing my nails. Like, I don't know.
But yeah, I'm excited that we are to film this, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe or follow wherever you're at so that you can see our next episode. Because we want to do more like this. We decided we like this.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's a little outside of the box. So I think it's time for us to go because my camera just crashed. Oops. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
See you next one.
See
Bye.
you guys later.